Welcome to the Wellbeing video series. I'm Kylie Cox, the Healthy Worker Advisor at Business SA and a facilitator for the Wellbeing at Work video series. This series has been developed to guide your business in how to integrate physical and mental wellbeing into business as usual and begin to reap the rewards of a healthier workforce. There are 5 videos in this series, and as outlined on the slide, you're about to watch number 1. The business case, the justification, the evidence of why your business should be investing in wellbeing at work. To get us started, let's first visit the definition of a healthy workplace, because ultimately this is what you're working towards, to create wellbeing at work. A healthy workplace is one where managers and workers collaborate to continually improve the health, safety and wellbeing of all workers. And it addresses individual, environmental and organisational factors affecting workers' wellbeing. There are 6 reasons why businesses will and should invest time and money to improve health and wellbeing at work. These are in no particular order, and the reason your organisation will invest will be dependent on your business circumstances, including its size, the type of industry and the type of work that's undertaken. I know there will be at least 2 or 3 from this list that will provide you with the justification to incorporate staff wellbeing into business as usual. Let's get started. Reason number 1, mental wellbeing. The evidence for mental ill health in the workplace has significantly increased, and so have the resources to support workplaces in this area, such as Heads Up, Are You OK Day. Here is how much mental health is impacting on businesses and therefore why it's important to create wellbeing at work. 20% of Australians experience a diagnosable mental health condition at some stage in their lives. 19,000 working weeks are lost every year in South Australia due to mental health related compensation claims. 6% of claims are for mental stress. Anxiety and depression tend to affect people during their prime working years, so the workplace is a great place to be able to provide support within the community. 73% of Australian workers are stressed about work, and we can't ignore this statistic. It doesn't matter if your business decides to take a work health and safety approach using a psychological risk or to use a broader view of a mentally healthy workplace, but businesses are losing money and time and employees need to be supported to prevent and minimise mental health in the workplace. Reason number 2, employer of choice. Smart companies will link workplace health and wellbeing programs to becoming an employer of choice. To be officially recognised as an employer of choice, companies can choose to enter award categories, such as the Australian Business Award for Employer of Choice. But to demonstrate being an employer of choice, they need to demonstrate some achievements across key areas. These include organisational culture and leadership, employee education, training and development, employee health and safety, satisfaction of staff, performance management, and recognition and remuneration. The great thing about investing in health and wellbeing is that it weaves into all of these areas and strengthens the case as an employer of choice. Being an employer of choice increases the profile for the business, and it also improves recruitment and retention, which leads us on to reason 3, human capital. The drivers in human capital include reducing absenteeism, improving productivity, stronger employee engagement, and superior talent attraction than retention. The Workplace Wellbeing Survey by McCriddle has highlighted some key findings in this area. 25% of employees would sacrifice company perks for better wellbeing. 42% see employee wellbeing as important when job searching, and 88% believe that employees have a responsibility to support wellbeing at work. So it's beginning to be a must-have rather than a nice-have for recruitment and retention of employees. The other strong reasons to introduce a wellbeing at work program from a human capital perspective includes that healthy workers are 3 times more productive than unhealthy workers, are 5 times more engaged, and they take less sick leave. So if your business wants to improve productivity, decrease sick leave, improve team morale and staff engagement, then creating wellbeing in the workplace will do this for you. Reason 4, ethical and social responsibility. One of the main reasons that businesses will invest in health and wellbeing is that it's the right thing to do. We often see this in smaller businesses where employees are more closely connected or seen as family members. Many organisations are beginning to understand how being employed, and in particular being employed in a good place, is one of the most effective ways to improve wellbeing of individuals, their families and communities. Reason 5. Workplace health and safety, or OH&S as you may know it. Health and safety is definitely one of the largest and most researched reasons why businesses will invest in worker wellbeing. The justification for work health and safety is a twofold argument. Being fit for work mentally and physically will reduce work health and safety risk, and when a worker is unfortunate to be injured, those employees who are unhealthier take a longer time to recover following their injury. In a recent large meta-evaluation, workplace health programs resulted in an average 25% decrease in sick leave, a 40% decrease in workers' compensation costs, and a 24% decrease in disability management costs. The risk management approach used within work health and safety lends itself well to reducing health and wellbeing risk within the workplace, and therefore makes a strong justification to create wellbeing at work. Reason 6, chronic disease or common health conditions. Lastly, we need to talk about common health conditions, also known as chronic disease, because like mental health statistics, chronic disease is also on the rise. If your workplace has an ageing workforce, then it's highly likely your business is feeling and seeing some of the effects of chronic disease play out. What I'm talking about here are common conditions like arthritis, asthma, back problems, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and mental health issues, which we've already discussed. But among the working aged, or those aged 25 to 65, 1 in 3 have at least one chronic disease. So the 3 common chronic conditions are arthritis, asthma, and depression. But more alarmingly than a third having a chronic disease is that 96% of workers have a risk factor that can contribute to chronic disease. Those risk factors include unhealthy eating, physical inactivity, alcohol consumption, and smoking. We are really fortunate here in Australia that many chronic diseases can be managed well, and our healthcare system supports this. However, chronic disease can have an impact in the workplace, with employees have some limited functionality, lower productivity if the employee is having a flare-up or not correctly self-managing the condition, higher sick leave arising from chronic disease where employees may need to attend medical appointments. Overall, chronic disease is the silent diseases that can also be a really sensitive topic within the workplace, but they do place a huge strain on the overall health of employees at work and should definitely be on the radar as a justification for creating wellbeing at work. This could be done by taking a specific chronic disease approach like arthritis, or by taking a healthy lifestyle approach. Overall, to summarise, this session has provided clear reasons and justifications for investing in workplace health and wellbeing. The why, you should, and what it will cost you if you don't. If you are wanting wellbeing at work to be sustainable and become business as usual, then your business needs to be on a journey, not a short trip. There are a number of studies demonstrating the return on investment for workplace wellbeing, and that is for every dollar spent, it provides up to a return of $4.70. However, this does not consider the value of investment, such as how your staff value the business, how your staff value their team and their managers and therefore love coming to work. There are many documents and websites and even templates that can further help to present a business case for wellbeing at work, and I've listed some of these below in the description. Thank you for watching Session 1. In Session 2, I'll be talking about the 7 elements for workplace wellbeing. These could also be called the principles for success or the 7 ingredients for creating sustainable wellbeing at work. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care for now.